Hi, this is A. Woodley. That ain't even tells like a TIL. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Topic I'm going to talk to you today about is music. I finally got a chance to see Flo on Tiny Desk. I think they did this about a week and a half ago or 2 weeks ago now, and they did a really good job. And they sung the majority of their hits from all access, all areas and stuff like that. And they did a real good job. They had a big band behind them, and they had three background singers. A man, it was a man and a woman, two women and a man. But anyway, those background singers were able to keep up with them. Their voice matches so well together vocally and stuff like that. I'm gonna name the songs that they sung. They started off with Cardboard Box. Then they did, I have it written down. They started off with Cardboard Box, and then they put Access All Areas was number two. Uh, yeah, Access All Areas was number two. Number three was On and On. And four was, okay, yeah, four was On and On. And yeah, four was On and On. And then five was, five was, five was He Ain't Gonna Get It Till I'm Gone. Six was Shoulda, Woulda, Coulda. Seven was Club Therapy, which was a new song. And eight was a new song too. And that song was Gonna Make It to It in the Morning. I liked it the way they sung. Now, most of the songs were more like a cappella. They were singing like an a cappella, even though they had a guy playing the drums, and then they had a guy playing the electric keyboard on some parts of the song. But they started with Cardboard Box, and like I said, Stella sung first verse, then Georgia, then Renee, and stuff like that. And then, like I said, one girl was singing lead, the other two girls were singing background vocals along with the background singers, and it was good the way the man was playing the drums, and the way the electric keyboard was coming in, the way the man was touching the keyboard touching the keyboard and striking the keyboard on certain parts of the song. And then they did that like their little acting thing because when she said on cardboard box, when she said what, I'm changing number, and the what, and then she said yeah. And then she said, yeah, I found her panties on the floor. I said, what panties? And then, like I said, I had to go back and search it, because when I did, it kept going off on that part, and that was the one where you could give donations to NPR. I didn't want that, so I had to research their live performances, and that was the only way I could get it without going through that donation part for NPR. I'm glad I did watch it, and like I said, all of the vocals were on point. Stella had on like a small, a small short, some small white shorts on, and I think she had like a cutout shirt or like a t-shirt with her belly out, and then the other girls had like little short skirts too, with with uh with like with cutout stuff on. They really look good, and they said they were just so happy to be on a Tiny Desk and stuff like that. Now, when they said, "Oh, do we have enough time for another song?" They said, "Yeah. Do y'all want to hear some new music from us?" And they said, "Yeah." So when they played the new music and stuff. And like I said, Leak It and Club Therapy, I will do a separate video on both of those songs. But right now, I'm just talking about the Tiny Desk. And right before they did Tiny Desk, they had did some kind of blue jean commercial. And they was talking about that, and they were showing them. and different poses with the blue jeans, and then the last pose was I think Georgia sitting in a chair reading a magazine that she had on the jeans. She was on the bottom of the jeans and stuff like that. They have really been they have really been doing that thing the last couple of years. Like they say, they started out in 19, but they didn't pop off until like 2020 or 2021. I think it was like more at the end of 2020, beginning of 2021, because people had just started listening to Cardboard Box and people like that, and that was their breakout song. You know, like they said, it takes one song for a group, for a group or a person to pop out, and Cardboard Box was that song for them. Even though they played it so much that I got tired of Cardboard Box, I kind of really liked it, but it wasn't one of my favorites. And like I said, on and on and shoulda coulda woulda was my two favorite songs off of access all areas. I had some more, but those were my two favorite. And especially like I said, the shoulda woulda coulda, that kind of reminded me of one of my old Destiny Child songs. That's the first thing I said when I listened to access all areas. Now access all areas, to me, I didn't like it at first, but then after I kept listening to it a couple of times, it kind of grew on me and stuff like that. And like I said, these girls are very good vocally, because on Shoulda Woulda Coulda, uh, Renee started that song out, and then it was like Joy. It's like Georgia was going in the lower tone when she would go in the high tone, and then when Georgia would go in the high tone and hit those runs, that's when Renee would come in, and then it was like. And then it was like Stella had to come in and sing higher than Georgia, and I was like, wait a minute, but all I'm really could sing, but you can tell the vocal ability of these girls since they first came out to now, and it's improving along with their dance moves and choreograph and all that kind of stuff. So right now, Flow is about the hottest girl group going on, and stuff like that. Now, they do have another up and coming British girl group called Say Now. I'll do something on them on my next video. But like I said, all in all, this was good tiny desk, and they really could do a cappella album if they really wanted to and stuff like that. So like I said, I've been into Flow ever since I found out about them, and I really do like them. Really do like them and their music. That's all I have for this video. This is A Wesley. That ain't who tells it like a Ti is. I am out.